Picture this, a world where the chilling winds of Siberia whisper across a vast Russian Alaska. No American flags flutter in the Alaskan wilderness, only the stark beauty of untouched nature under a different empire. And let's find the answer to the question, what if? A Russian Alaska dramatically alters the Pacific's geopolitical landscape. Increased Russian naval presence would significantly impact relations with Japan and Canada, potentially leading to heightened tensions or strategic alliances. Resource exploitation would shift, with Russia's focus potentially prioritizing its own industrial needs over sustainable practices. The drastically longer Canadian-Russian border necessitates a complex strategy, potentially fostering cooperation on trade or leading to border disputes and security concerns. Crucially, the preservation and development of Alaskan native cultures would have unfolded differently under continued Russian control, diverging from the trajectory under US governance, potentially shaping cultural practices, language, and societal structures in unforeseen ways. Russia's exploitation of Alaskan resources, oil, gas, timber, and minerals, would have significantly differed from US management. This could have fueled Russian industrialization, potentially altering its economic trajectory. The Trans-Bering Strait infrastructure, a crucial element, might have connected Alaska to Russia, influencing trade routes and creating a unique logistical network. Conversely, the US economy would have lacked Alaskan resources, impacting its late 19th and 20th century growth. This absence would have reshaped economic strategies and potentially altered industrial development pathways. The lack of Alaskan resources could have triggered innovation in other sectors, leading to unforeseen technological and economic advancements. A Russian Alaska drastically alters Cold War dynamics. Direct confrontation between the US and USSR becomes far more likely, fueled by the strategic advantage of a Russian foothold on North American soil. The US Navy's Pacific operations would face significant challenges, requiring a shift in defensive strategies and potentially leading to an arms race. Control of the Bering Strait would be paramount, impacting shipping lanes and potentially leading to fortified bases on both sides. This would force the US to bolster its defenses in the Pacific Northwest and potentially reevaluate its military bases and alliances throughout the region. The overall balance of naval power would tilt significantly towards the USSR, altering the global geopolitical landscape. A Russian Alaska would drastically reshape North American demographics. Without American settlement, Alaska's population would likely consist primarily of Russians and Alaska natives, resulting in a unique cultural blend distinct from the current reality. Immigration patterns across North America would be affected, potentially reducing westward expansion in the US and altering the makeup of Western Canadian communities. The absence of significant American influence could lead to a drastically different cultural exchange between Alaska natives and Russians, potentially preserving certain traditions that were impacted by Americanization. This alternative scenario fundamentally alters the US national identity, removing a key component of its geographical narrative and influencing its self-perception as a continental power. A Russian Alaska would likely have seen resource extraction prioritized differently. While the US focused on balancing economic gain with environmental protection, Russia's approach might have emphasized rapid exploitation, potentially leading to greater environmental damage, particularly concerning oil and gas extraction. Conservation efforts would probably be less stringent, resulting in a less protected ecosystem. Climate change adaptation strategies might differ significantly, with a Russian-controlled Alaska perhaps prioritizing resource access over broader ecological concerns. The impact of climate change on a sparsely populated region under differing governance would present a stark contrast in response strategies and environmental outcomes. This alternate reality underscores how differing political priorities directly influence environmental management and the long-term sustainability of a region's resources. Alaska's sale profoundly impacted US and global affairs. Its absence would have reshaped North American geopolitics, the Pacific balance of power, and the economies of both nations. In your opinion, what if the United States never bought Alaska from Russia? Share your thoughts in the comments.